I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, who never slumbers, he never sleeps. I want you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have made the commitment to walk with Messiah to the very end, to the beginning of the millennial reign of Christ. No subtlety, going to be honest, give you batting practice. I want you to hit the grand slam home run. But our focus today is going to be found in the book of 2 Kings in my Bible. That would be page 513. I'm using the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. In my opinion, the best study Bible in the whole world. I endorse it, not paid endorsement. I want you to have it I know exactly where I am. I want you to know Torah never changes. All of it is true. Jesus endorsed it, he taught it, he kept it perfectly. I want you to know I have what was given freely to you, to me, we give it to you also. From east to west, north and south, claim what he only provides to his obedient children. Isaiah chapter 1, verses 19 and 20, we give it to you freely. We want you to all to know about the Magen Dong Buhai, which is heaven. And without Jesus, he says, I am the way, not a way, the truth, the life. No one comes into the Father but by me. We show you where it is, where to find it. His word never fades away. From Torah to Revelation. It's awesome. We give it freely to you. Awesome. We want you to focus on 2 Kings chapter 20. Follow along. I recommend that you use a highlighter. We give you the answers to your quizzes on purpose. We give them to you every day. We let our light so shine before men. We shout it from the housetops, from the mountaintops. We believe in God. He is our architect, the creator of heaven and earth. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. We give it to you freely. Whatsoever you do for one of these, pointing to my left-hand side, whatever you do for one of these, the least of these, my brethren, they don't look like they can ever repay you. Whatever you do for them, you've done it also for me also. Pointing to my right-hand side, whatsoever you don't do for one of these, the least of these, my brethren, they don't look like they can ever pay you back. You didn't do it for me either. We want to let you know he is awesome, full of power, miracle-working power. We give it to you freely. We don't want your money. We want you to be there in the marriage supper of the Lamb. We give you the free invitation. Please follow along. So we gave the answer yesterday. Some by accidents. Nobody ever plans to have an accident, but accidents do come. They come every single day. They don't ever expect to be kidnapped. They don't ever expect to be held hostage by people full of evil. They don't believe that as a 12-year-old girl, there are 12-year-olds, and some of them, they will die today. They will run in with people who mislead them, distract them, and lie to them. Yes, people will lie to you. And if you believe the lie instead of the truth, you get the consequence of the lie. If ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. We give you truth always. We want you to have his very best all the time. That's why we're here giving you the truth. We're here in Ophir. Ophir has been here for a long time. Yet some people believe it to be the location of the Garden of Eden. I've seen the evidence. It's very persuasive. The people run around like they are of the Garden of Eden. They do. It's like paradise. But unless you're with Jesus, you're not in paradise at all. If you're absent from the body, you're present from the Lord. I would rather be present with the Lord all the time. I don't know how people live without Jesus. I want people to know Him as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. I know Him. I serve Him for 57 years. He's never left me. He's never forsaken me. All of His promises have been true. I guarantee you this. In 58 years, I promise that I've done a lot of things that don't make any sense. For God has chosen the foolish instead of those who are wise. And He has chosen the weak instead of those who are mighty. I've done that before. I do it on purpose. I give Him my best, and I expect the very best from Him. He has never left me. He's never forsaken me. All of His promises have been true to me. I give it freely to you. We want you to have His very best. Get back to what we were focused on. Isang punto, sal mensaje, straight to the point. Verse 2. So the Lord said to him, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Who was He talking to? He was talking to King Hezekiah. He was a good king. He told him, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Some of you believe that you're going to die. He wants you to be a living sacrifice. That means He wants you to live for Him. Would you live for Him? Say, yes, Father, I'll gladly make myself a living sacrifice. Romans 12, verse 1. My God is awesome. We get it for free. We give it to you for free. We want you to know we don't want your money. We want you to know for a fact that your name has been written down, that you've told Jesus, I will walk with you till the very end. The same shall be saved. We want you to receive His blessings, not the curses. There are curses. If you don't follow the Lord, the sword of the Lord judgment, the curses will follow. But if we give you the very best. If you are willing and obedient, I give you the best of the land. Isaiah 1, chapter 1, verse 19. But 20, if you reject the wisdom of God, the sword will follow. That's exactly what is written. I want you to have His very best. Verse 2, then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, O beseech thee, I beg of you, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before you in truth and in a perfect heart, and have done which is good in your eyes. And Hezekiah, he began to walk. He gave the Lord honest. Be honest with the Lord. Sometimes that requires weeping. Jesus wept. Paul wept. And if they weep, I also weep. Jeremiah was known as the weeping prophet. Sometimes you tell people and they don't believe what you see, even though it's written, happening before their very eyes. Just a aside, this is not topical, it's right now. Just the other day in Venezuela, almost 1,000 people died because of an earthquake. Skyscrapers came crashing to the ground. They think that there may be tens of thousands dead. In Europe right now, they're talking about record-breaking heat. It is like we are seeing weather from the apocalypse. We are seeing it. It could, in a moment that you think not, the Son of Man will return. We give you the offer so that you can be ready for the millennial reign of Christ.
We give it to you free. We don't want your money. We want to see you there. We want you to have his very best. We give it to you. Verse, I beseech ye, O Lord, verse 3, remember how I have walked before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done which is good in your sight. And Hezekiah wept. He was weeping because he was being honest with God. Just be honest with God. It's awesome when you do. Verse 4, and it came to pass, or a little bit of time went by, before Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, turn around, and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus saith the Lord, the God of David, your father, I have heard your prayer. He's talking to some of you right now. He's heard your prayer. Are you being honest with the Lord? Do you believe that God answers prayer? I know he does. I know that doing on a just like this, I heard all the way from South Carolina, a grandmother. She said, my grandson, he's 5 years old now. He's never been able to see. Would you pray that Jesus get involved? I said, I will agree with you. Will you agree with me also in prayer? Because I'm going to check back with you because I expect God to answer that prayer. So we communicated. My wife communicated with her, and she said, something is happening. And I said, we're going to thank God because he's getting involved. She said, Jesus is getting involved. And we said, we'll contact you. And she said, Jesus is involved because my grandson has never been able to see. He can see for the very first time. We didn't get in an airplane. We didn't get in a jet. We didn't go from Ophir here in Far East Asia. We didn't get on a plane and go all the way across the Pacific Ocean, all the way over to the Atlantic Ocean. We didn't go and we didn't lay hands on him. I said, Father, you do exceedingly above and beyond what we even ask. And asked you, Father, to make a way for that grandson to see. Only you can do this. And she said, something has happened because my grandson can now see. We didn't do that. That's the God we serve. He's awesome. I know him. What he's done for me, he will do it for you. I want you to receive his very best. I want you to call out with this prayer, Poderoso Dios, mi ama clama por ti, Jesus Christos is la roca. Receive his very best. He gives it freely. Verse 5, turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus saith the Lord, the God of David your father, I have heard your prayer, I have seen your tears. Behold, I will heal thee. On the third day you shall go up into the house of the Lord. On what day? The third day thou shalt go up to the house of the Lord. The house of the Lord, the temple. Do you have time to go to the temple and pray? Hezekiah did. Verse 6, and I will add to your days 15 years, and I will deliver you and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria. He said, I will have mercy. I will answer your prayer. And I will defend this city for my own sake, not for you, but for my servant David's sake. I made promises with David. I'm going to keep my promises. God always, he keeps his promises. God will make a way when there seems to be no way. He works in ways you cannot see. He will make a way for you. He will be your God. Hold him closely to your side. Walk with him, and he will give you his very best. Isaiah chapter 1, verses 19 and 20. We want you to have his very best. Verse 7, and Isaiah said, take a lump of figs, olives, and they took and laid it upon the boil, and he recovered. He was healed. Sometimes God uses medicine. He uses doctors. And if I don't care how he does it, without him, the medicines don't work. Without him, his approval of the great physician, it doesn't work. He never lost a patient. He's done miracles. I've seen those miracles. I've seen them jaw-dropping. My God is awesome. We don't want your money. We want your name to be written down so that you too can be there for the beginning of the millennial reign of Christ. If you're not in the millennial reign of Christ, you can't participate in the marriage supper of the Lamb. You can't be part of the bride of Christ. Only the holy, we give it to you. You shall be holy unto me, for I, your Lord, am holy. We want you to have a reason to sing and a reason to dance. He does it for me. He will do it for you too. And he recovered. Verse 7, let's read that. Isaiah said, take a lump of figs, olives, and they look and laid it on the boil, and he recovered. He did what the man of God told him to do. Sometimes you work with doctors, with Jesus involved. All things are awesome. Verse 8, and Hezekiah said unto Isaiah, what shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, and that I shall go up into the house of the Lord on the third day? And Isaiah, this sign shall you have of the Lord, that the Lord will do the thing that he hath spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees, or go back 10 degrees? He said, what do you want? They're talking about the sundial. Have you ever used the sundial? I have. Sundials were before they had wristwatches. Before they had analog clocks, they had sundials. I still have been able to use them. It's awesome. You can teach children. If you show them a sundial, you can teach them how to tell time. But if you don't have what you need, Father, you give us what we need and we will use it for your glory, your honor. He always has, always does. And the Lord said, go, in verse 10, and Hezekiah answered, it is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees. Nay, let the shadow return backward 10 degrees. Let the shadow on the sundial, not let it go forward, let it go backwards. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought back the shadow 10 degrees. The sundial moved backward, by which it had gone down in the dial of Ahaz. It moved backward. That's the God that I serve. He does miracles. I've seen them. I've seen bones grow out before my very eyes. My God is awesome. And he didn't die. From the time I left Louisville, Kentucky, and crossed the Pacific Ocean. Go for Moses. He parted the Red Sea for Moses, but my God made it possible for this young man, not young anymore, according to science, I'm at least 1 billion years old, and the world gets older every day, age faster than I do. But according to science, that's impossible. We crossed from Louisville, Kentucky, the Pacific Ocean, to arrive here and provide and find the most lovely island woman in the whole world. He did exact that. It was in 1982 he made that promise, and it came to pass. 17, 18 years later, it came to pass, and I was in Cuba, and had to be God because the Lord made it possible, because I was in Cuba and she was all the way around the world. Here in Ophir. What is Ophir? Yes. Ophir is a real place. I'm here. I'm sitting here right now. Our God is real. Real in my soul. My God is real. He makes me whole. He does for me. Is like pure gold. My God is real, for I can feel him in my soul. I want you to receive it too. Get back to the text. Verse 12. At that time, Beryl Dalban, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters and a present to Hezekiah, for he had been heard that Hezekiah had been sick. And Hezekiah hearkened unto them, and showed them all the house of his precious things, the silver, and the gold, and the spices, and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. He was kind of showing off. If you have a plan for God, if you tell the wrong people, they get jealous. And they will find a way. Even the people of God can't conspire against you because of jealousy. And with Joseph and the coat of many colors, his siblings got jealous because he told them an authentic dream from God, and they were jealous and they threw him in the pit. Don't tell the dreams to the wrong people. Even the house of God, they get jealous. They will conspire against you. It is written, it does happen. It continues to happen this very day. Don't turn to the left or to the right. Receive his very best. In the nombre de Jesus Cristo. Toca, toca, toca. Ahora, ahora, ahora. Even now, there are people that you're having issues with congestion. God's going to help you with that congestion. He'll do it in a way with honor, and you can do it with privacy, with dignity. He will make a way where there doesn't seem a way. He wakes in ways that you cannot see. He will make a way for you. Receive it in Jesus' name. Verse 14. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, What did you tell these men? And from whence they say unto you? And Hezekiah, they are come from a far country, even from Babylon, Iran and Iraq. Verse 15, and said, What have they seen in your house? And Hezekiah answered, All the things that are in my house have they seen. There is nothing among my treasures that I have not showed them. And Isaiah said unto Hezekiah, Hear the word of the Lord. Behold, the days are coming, that all that is in your house, which is in your father's house, have been laid up in store unto this day, shall be carried to Iraq and Iran, Babylon, shall be left. Nothing shall be left. They're carried away, and that's exactly what happened. The confusion with ancient Babylon continues to this very day. It's not done yet. Ezekiel chapter 38 will come to pass. You can't change it. It will come to pass, but God will fight for his children. And if you are an enemy to God or to his children, he will repay you to your face. He will defend his people. If you do something to the children of God, it's like sticking your finger in the apple of God's eye. And they do it all the time. They think they're going to get away with it. They won't. The The repayment from the Lord, it will come. It will fall. I want you to receive his very best. If you don't receive his very best, you will get the sword of the Lord. It will follow. Always has, always will. Verse 18, and of thy sons that shall issue from you, your descendants which they shall beget, shall they take away captivity, and they shall be eunuchs. They'll cut off their testicles. They'll cut off their scrotum, and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon. Take their nuts away. Verse 19, then said Hezekiah unto Isaiah, good is the word of the Lord which you have spoken. And he said, is it not good if peace and truth be in my days? And he did, he granted that. In verse 20, and the rest of the acts of Hezekiah and all his might, and how he made a pool and a conduit for water, and brought water into the city. That the conduit has been found. Archaeologists have found it. And brought water into the city. Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? Yes, they are. Archaeologists have found this. The evidence is there. It's awesome. Verse 21, and Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and Manasseh, his son, reigned in his stead. But he did not take time to be a role model for Manasseh. He was a rotten child. He didn't walk in the ways of Hezekiah because Hezekiah was too busy doing king's things. And if you're too busy to make sure your children are in the presence of the Lord, you are too busy. You need to teach them how to be holy all of the time. You teach them the Word of God, not to the left or to the right. That includes Torah. Jesus kept it perfectly. We give it to you perfectly. From left to right, north and south. Do what the Word says and you will be happy. And if you don't, the judgment of God, it will fall. Mark my words. I'm marking his word. I'm showing you exactly where to mark it, because it will come to pass. You can't change it. It will happen. I want you to have his very best. Jesus Christos is La Roca. Receive his very best. Claim it. Poderoso Dios. Mi ama clama por ti. Do it now. It's going to be awesome. We give it to you freely.